Alright, let's do a pack one, pick one of the Crack-a-Pack we just did. So after removing the useless token and the land, we have a foil Bushmeat Poacher. 4 mana, 2/4, sack a creature to gain life equal to that creature's toughness and draw a card. Not bad, it has its uses, but mostly it's playable, but definitely not first pickable. And our rare is Mythos of Vadrok. It can deal 5 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers, but if you spend white and blue, it'll also, those permanents can't attack or block or activate their abilities. Not bad for a rare. 4 mana to do 5 damage split up is pretty good, so definitely have my eye on that one right now. Reconnaissance Mission, 4 mana. Whenever a creature you control deals damage to a player, you may draw a card, and it also cycles. And cycling is very good in this set. Pretty good. I would also have my eye on this one. This pack is looking pretty good so far. An enchantment, although it is 4 mana, do nothing on turn 4 if you do play it. Indatha Crystal, 3 mana for fixing, it cycles. Usually you see these and you kind of want them, but you end up not playing them. So let's move on. Heartless Act. 2 mana removal, destroy target creature with no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from target creature. Surface level, this card looks pretty good, but there are a number of things that put counters on creatures, especially at instant speed, so pretty good, but you have to be careful of those instant speed tricks. Thwart the Enemy, 3 mana to fog, but only for your opponent's creatures. Yeah, not that great, especially at 3 mana. Yeah, I wouldn't even put this in my sideboard, I don't think. Tentative Connection, 4 mana to threaten, but it costs 3 less if you control a creature with menace. Pretty good for a dedicated menace deck, which is usually red-black, but unless you're being aggressive, usually threaten effects aren't that great, but it has its uses. Main Serval, 2 mana, 1/4 with Vigilance. It's not bad, it's playable, it's great to mutate on, great to block with. It'll stop most aggressive decks. Facet Reader, 2 mana, 1/2. I can pay 1 to loot. I mean, it does what it needs to do. Loot through your deck, find what you need, find an answer. Sleeper Dart, 2 mana artifact. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. You can sack it to make it so target creature doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step, which it doesn't even tap it, so it's not even that great. I mean, it's nice that it cycles or draws a card, but not something I would have my eye on. Savai Sabretooth, 2 mana, 3/1, vanilla. Good for being aggressive, but that's about it. I mean, anything kills it, essentially. Hopefully you want to trade up with it. It does not beat Main Serval, unfortunately. Heightened Reflexes, this is one of the cards that would beat Heartless Act because it puts a first strike counter at instant speed. It's like an okay combat trick. Probably better than I think it is, but meh otherwise. Blood Curdle. Wow, this is a good pack. Destroy target creature, put a menace counter on a creature you control. So right now, instant speed, unconditional removal, and it has an upside of putting a menace counter on a creature you control. This is, wow, I might even want this over the rare if this was my first pack and first pick. Oh, and a non-foil Bushmeat Poacher. Yeah, not much to say about that. So, given this pack, I mean, it's pretty good because it has 2 pieces of removal, and then even the rare's removal, so 3 things of removal. If this were pack 1, pick 1, I think I would still take Blood Curdle over the rare, just because if I pick this, I might force myself to go Jeskai, and this is just less commitment. So this would be my pack one pick one. What do you think?